Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing two things. We're going to react to Beartooth's I Was Alive song, which came out about 9-10 days ago on the same day that the album The Surface released, and then after we've done a reaction on that, we will then do a quick little album overview of what I thought about it. I've listened to the album non-stop, so I Was Alive isn't a song, I Was Alive wasn't a song that I've left till now. I've listened to it constantly, so we're really just doing the reaction for the visual music video kind of thing. So we're going to get into that first. I'm wearing pink, and obviously Maze is here as well, just to really get up the attention and the engagement in you guys, because everyone loves cat videos. Yes, wearing pink today to show respect for the album, because I think it's absolutely amazing, and I will get into that more later on in the video. But for now, let's put the headphones on, let's watch the music video for I Was Alive, and go through it basically. Let's get into the song now. Here we go. Okay, so, is that a funeral, as you can tell? White coffin. Great song to end on the album as well. I love this song. Like that clean guitar there, the reverb, the echo effect. Ah, the pink suits, loving it. Apart from the one going black.
Gonna be on my deathbed, knowing I'll be buried in regret.
When that guitar comes in, oh, you just know.
Thinking about the things I never did, while I'm taking my last breath.
Pink goes hard as well.
No need to fear the end, cause I'll know I didn't just live. When I die, I'll know I didn't just
Absolute
live.
banger.
I was alive.
I'm actually getting goosebumps just like listening to it again. Aww. I'm gonna stop it there. Clearly, I think, is it showing him as like a younger kid going to like his first gigs, or is this gonna be someone who's in their crowd? We'll have to wait and see. I'm only just putting together because the kind of hairs are sort of similar. But yeah, it is almost kind of like an overview of his like whole life, how he looks back on it in a different way, instead of kind of like being depressed and that. It was like, you know, I didn't just live, because everyone lives, but he was alive. Like he made the most of it, and I think that's like gets to a point when you kind of look back and think, don't think about the things that you didn't do, but think of the things that you did do. I think that's going to be the kind of message. That's the message I've taken from it. So far, love the visuals, love the pink. Pink is such a good theme for this album. So far, I'm invested.
Not gonna be on.
I mean, look at that room. It's all pink as well. He's even got pink lipstick on, it looks like, anyway. I do rate how one of them has just turned up in black though. What's the meaning of that? Did they run out of pink suits? Who knows? Never understood a reason for an open casket. Ever. Yes, I knew he was gonna wake up. Oh, look. Special guitar. Such a good tune, man.
No need to fear the end, cause I'll know I didn't just live. No need to fear the end, cause I'll know I didn't just live. No need to fear.
And drums coming in. I just love the explosion into the chorus.
No need to fear.
Go on, my boy. Jump off that cliff.
Just live. When I die, I'll know I didn't just live. I was alive.
Oh yeah. We've all been there when we've just had to like, just this animal feeling comes over you, and you just feel amazing, you feel alive. That is something, like the adrenaline's pumping. I'm feeling it now, and I'm just listening to this song. Doing something that was out of your comfort zone, or doing something that you know you're gonna look back on in later life and think, I fucking did that. That is what life's all about. That's what the song says to me. Yes, it sounds like a bit of a goodbye funeral song as well, which is what it showed at the start. But then now, look, man's woken up, now he's in a car, now he's screaming, he's having the time of his life. That's what it's all about. And I think that's what this album has done so well in. Like, it's just amazing.
I didn't just live. I was a person that you were
me when I got my first guitar.
No need to fear the end, 'cause I'll know I didn't just live. I was alive. I was alive.
Oh, so he is dead and he's just driving through clouds and it's all pink. He's moving on to the next one. Why am I getting so emotional over it? I have no idea. Oh my God, that was amazing. I actually, I'm slowly dying as well, as you can tell. I'm coughing all over the fucking place. That was a really cool music video. The whole album was just amazing for me. It came along just at the right time in my life. I needed that kind of album. Beartooth had been teasing the kind of optimism, the positivity throughout all of their singles, and when this album dropped, I feel like they just did it perfectly. So obviously the first song, which was The Surface, which totally encapsulates everything that Beartooth kind of like stand for in this album. It's still the aggressive nature, it still has the raw vocals, but then it also has the optimism, like, you know, I'm close to the edge, but I'm not dead yet. It's saying I'm getting close to it, but there is still hope for me, there is still a chance. When it gets so bad, when it gets so close to the end, sometimes you get this feeling of like, let's just start over. And you forget about all the stuff that was kind of like you were holding on to beforehand, and you can just scrap it all, refresh, restart, and just go from there. And that's the kind of great positivity I feel like this album really shows throughout. Riptide is the second song on this album, which I'm not going to go into too much because I spoke about it constantly and I absolutely love that song. It is probably one of my favourite songs on the album, which came out as a single. Whenever it is on, I'm singing along, I'm chanting to it. It gets me in such a great vibe. Once again, that is what this album's about. It's about cheering you up. It's not making out that like there's nothing bad in the world and there's nothing to be upset about, but it gives you enough like reason to kind of like pick yourself back up again, and that's why I love this album and that's why I love this song. Doubt Me was good when I first started reacting to it, but now it's really kind of hit me on a new level. It's really got me with that self-belief and that kind of like pick-up attitude. I've been listening to this album quite a lot when I'm running, and my running hasn't been that great recently, but listening to Doubt Me, it has just kind of like really made me push forward and carry on. And yeah, that's what I love about that song. The Better Me is obviously the one with Hardy in it. I reacted to that, I was a little bit like, oh yeah, this is all right, it's quite nice. That song has grown on me tremendously since then. Once again, it's a like, today's pretty shit, but tomorrow I'm gonna be the best me I can possibly be, the better me. Great kind of like message along with that one. Might love myself, have more self-love, more kind of like you don't need anyone else, you have to kind of pick yourself up sometimes. You shouldn't have to rely on other people. Great song. Grown on me ever since I reacted to it. It's funny when I think of like the first reactions to these songs where I've been a little bit like, oh yeah, it's kind of all right, it's kind of good. And now I'm just like constantly like, put that song back on again. I fucking love it. Sunshine, I think in all honesty, like it started off as one of my like favorites because of like the twist in it, but now it's still a good song, it's still solid. It's definitely not like a filler song, but it's definitely gone down the list of like what my favorite songs are on this album. I think it's more of like a throwback to kind of like heavier Beartooth. Out of all of them, I think that one's the most standout or standalone song. But yeah, no hate. I just think where the theme and the vibe of the album is, I feel like this one's just a little bit off center. What's Killing You is probably one of my favorite songs on this album. I love absolutely all of them. The first time I listened to that, I fell in love with it. It's hard, it's heavy, it's got a great message. I'm a bit of an empath, so, you know, when I see people upset or it really gets to me, like that kind of like holds quite close to like how I feel in my heart and all that shit. So What's Killing You is great. Look the Other Way is fucking horrible to listen to if you're upset. I had a family event recently, and yeah, that song I had to skip because it was just too emotional, too upsetting for me. But as a song itself, it's great. You need songs that make you feel a certain way, and that song gets me to tears sometimes. What Are You Waiting For is probably not the weakest song on the album, but I feel like out of all of them, that is probably the most filler one. It still has like the angry music, it's got angry screaming, and then like the chorus is where it kind of like all comes down to, and it's like back to being cheery, back to being kind of happier. So yeah, not much to say on that one. My New Reality, once again, it starts off quite quiet, quite somber, and then gets into it. So that's the kind of Beartooth. Hello. You gonna stay up there? Okay, she's okay at the moment. That's the kind of like Beartooth. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's another song which just kind of like completely just encapsulates the whole album. Like, you still got your rough vocals, you still got your screams, you still got your heavy guitar riffs, but then you also have like the softer sound and the softer kind of optimism in it. So yeah, once again, I think My New Reality and What Are You Waiting For are the two which are kind of like a bit, not skippable, but they're not like standing out as much as the others. And then the last one, I Was Alive, which we just reacted to. Great outro song. Gets you feeling like all tingly, gets you with the goosebumps, gets you feeling like, yes, this is my life, this is what I do with it, this is what I've done, this is what I want to do. It makes you want to live. Not live like stay alive with your heart beating. It makes you want to go out and experience the world, experience the greatness, and have stuff to look back on. This album has just been amazing for me. I've listened to it every single day recently. My wife, who likes a couple of Beartooth songs, she actually turned around to me in the car the other day. She was like, you know what, this album is actually pretty good. So if it gets her seal of approval, you know it's going to be fucking good. Is it album of the year contender? I don't know. I will have to see near the end of the year how I'm still going with it. If it doesn't hit album of the year, it is like it's close to that border. It is such a good album. I would even go as far as saying this is better than the Below album. I feel like the Below album for me, it got a little bit messy, it got a little bit like similar all the way through. While this one, I feel like every single song might be positive and optimistic, but it shows it in a different way. I think they've done a tremendous job going in this direction. That's what I've got to say on this album. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. I hope you enjoyed this little album review at the end as well. Let me know what you thought about this song and the album down below. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video real soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye. The Better Me. Bloody hell, I can't even fucking remember what the Better Me is. Oh, shit, yeah.